Good morning, YouTube. I hope you all have a good day. So today is another episode of Final Fantasy VI Pixel Remaster. Last time we went from Norsh, through Figaro Castle, through... I forgot the rich people town, where they threw out the poor people. They are evil, you know? Those rich people. Seriously. And then we went to Zozo. We visited Terra, who apparently is an Esper. And then we went to the opera. And the opera was awesome. And now, I think we were flying to the continent with the Empire. So, let's see where we left off and what's happening next. And meow indeed. Hey, how you been? Ah, the oversaturated game. Why is it so bright in comparison to any other Pixel Remaster so far? Did we switch the team? Wait, does she have some kind of... Yeah, she has green beret. That's why it kind of looks like she has very similar HP. Other than that... I feel like if I give the right equipment, Celeste is not gonna be weaker than Locke. Locke is probably just stronger because of some equipment he had. That is interesting. So, where are we going? Because right now, I don't think we have a goal even, do we? Actually, let's see if we can talk to Setzer. Should be still around, right? He was flying this ship, so he has to be. I don't know if he's gonna be here or... Are we flying now? I thought we are standing on the ground. You. What's the matter? Lost the nerve to take on the Empire? Meh. So we are going to the Empire. We have a castle. We have two things up there. Doggo! I kind of wish it said what kind of magic type it was on all of those attacks. But oh well. How dare you? Why so bright? Also, I did forget that Celeste cannot use her runic ability without a sword. If she has any kind of other weapon. cannot use it anymore. So yeah, we can ride a chocobo. But we are not leveling in this run. Meaning every bit of experience that we can get from just walking to a direction, we will get. Obey the Empire. Anyone who opposes the will of the Empire will be strung up for treason. Most of the town's youth were let off to serve the Imperial Army. Really? Our royal family was slaughtered by the Empire. Kid, come down. Talk to me! Kid. Really? There. Mom says I'm not supposed to play outside because it's dangerous. Yeah, with what they say, it clearly is dangerous. This town belongs to the Empire. I don't know if he's too small or too young for the Empire to take him. Maybe that's why he's still there. Or they just took everyone except him so far, and it's still gonna happen. We actually have a good weapon where we can steal with. So let's see. Maybe some armor? Welcome. Raise MP. Interesting. Honestly, I never knew that it even existed. It is not a bad item. Yeah, we don't have that money. Can we sell something? That button, okay. Draws MP from its wielder to deal crits. Nah, go away. A 122. May cast fire upon striking an enemy. Well, the thing is, we probably don't want elemental attacks. While I do like elemental attacks, I feel like in RPGs like those, they are risky to use. Just because you can heal enemies with them, you know? And hey, you will have some money at least. Agility 2. Wait, why did I buy that so many times? Oh, I kinda. Now it's 3 times instead of just. But oh well. Yeah, I shouldn't have bought anything for her because she has Green Beret, which is actually maybe not as important. Evasion. Actually, I think that might be a good idea. He is our main attacker. This one can go back row, I think. We are only using tools anyway. Tools can go from both rows, I believe. Can't even check. Severe damage. Instantly dispatches an enemy. Could be good. Okay, what do we find otherwise? I'll tell you a secret. The Empire has a weapon called the Guardian. It's immobile, but ridiculously powerful. If you ever see it, run away and don't look back. Shove off. Can't you see I'm busy? Not really. Where's that boy of mine? I told him to not play outside. It's dangerous with all these soldiers around. My grandfather once told me there's a huge gate deep inside the cave on the eastern edge of the continent. Defy us and you'll regret it. Welcome. Poison, darkness, and zombie. I thought amulet was only for poison. Cast haste, okay. Right, the thing is, the other relics give really good stat boosts. Or other things. Yeah. I'm assuming this one could probably have something else, like earring, for example. Even though White Cape is very good, but no. Yeah, this one just straight up for attack power. This one for stealing. Actually, we don't need that anymore. If we have that, we have Mug. We don't need sometimes steal from an enemy. You just straight up go for magic power. Okay, back to the weapon shop. Let's see what we can do. Like that. It's not that much stronger. Also, evasion goes down. OMG, he has a lot of evasion. Why so much? Maybe just keep evasion. It is 7 points of attack power. Also minus agility, minus magic evasion even. That's such a good weapon. Keep it. Okay, guess we are going to the Empire. We don't need anything else? No. What about any NPCs in here? None? None. We are full HP? No, but I think it's fine. And... oh no, it's a loud car again. Let me close the window. There we go. Right, there's 3 attacks per row this time. In the original, in the tools command, you only have 2 in each row. Now it's 3. Makes it weird. Nice damage. Poor thing. Ooh. Right, we have Espers equipped. How far are we with that? Float. We learned everything. Pandara. That's the only character who learned everything from the Esper. Siren. HP up. Oh well. Let's go to the Empire. Litward chicken. Okay. Do I want runic? I feel like I want runic. And I kind of remember something, but I'm not sure if it was the base game or the randomizer, and now it's like, oh well. Yeah, instead of base game, I should probably say original game. Not like this is not original, it's just the game this is remastered from. Okay. You, wait. Haven't seen you around here? Why don't you go climb back down whatever hole you crawled out of? Friendly. It's on the house. Really? I think I'm going to stay here and apply to become a soldier. And join the same army that destroyed our village? What about our promise to start over in Miranda? Huh. Oh, that number of steps though. Just before I opened the menu, it was, I think, on 20,000. Exactly. Okay, it's on the house. Yeah, I knew you looked kind of like a bandit. 1,000! Are you mad? Give me back my money. Oh, that's rude. We have this apparently. Are you loyal to the Empire? Yes. Fine. No. What? Bandits? They have bandit guards in here. Hey, hey. How are you today? You just might be able to do it. Listen, youngsters, please don't give up. Do we even have enough money to buy here? Or maybe... Ninja sword imbued with the power of wind. Yeah, the thing about the previous... It's not really new internet, it's a new router. And the old router was disconnecting every, I don't know, half hour or so. And the stream was just horrible because of it. So this is like a test run for it now. And so far it's working, so yay. I heard General Celeste went over to the returners. Why join the side that has no hope of winning? No hope of winning, huh? Sid, the director of Magitech research, is a genius. He gave my son the gift of cure magic. Oh, that's actually very friendly. Alright. Are you the kid with the cure magic? Wait, wait! And cure! Wait, are you healing me? Isn't that nice? You are returners! No, I'm not. Why would you think that? No, Runic. I wanted to use Smog and not Runic, but it's the wrong character. Well, it's true. That was close. Was it though? We killed the person. Okay. Now what about here? There's people. Albrook, Miranda, and Sen are all controlled by the Empire now. It's for their own good, really. Really? You are returners, aren't you? Hey, that's cool. I don't judge. Wanna hear something juicy? Yes. All the soldiers at the Magitech research facility can use magic now. All thanks to that genius, Sid, apparently. Here's another one for you. That Kefka guy. They say he was Sid's first experimental Magitech night. But the process hadn't been perfected, so while Kefka ended up with extraordinary magic power, it shattered his mind. Okay then. Now we know why Kefka is so crazy. Wonder if those rumors about them extracting magic from monsters at the research facility are true. General Leo's a good man. Compared to him, Kefka's, uh-oh. Please forget I said that. It's like everyone thinks that Kefka is crazy. Everyone. General Leo's never had a Magitech infusion. He is a warrior's warrior. Nice. So what are we fighting here? Ooh, proto armor. Uh-oh. Well, that's a little bit dangerous. Really? Twice in a row. Also, that thing doesn't take much damage. Except from that. Okay, I think we talked to everyone. And I don't think I don't know what that is. I usually drink green tea. Do we even use eye drops now? It's like we have one character, actually two characters who attack normally. The other ones use abilities and whatnot. Toasted brown rice in it? That sounds very random. I don't think I can even buy that around here. I'm a returner. I've heard all about you. I'll distract the soldiers. Use this box to climb up onto the girders and sneak into the research facility. Are you ready? Yes. Yeah, I usually have vanilla flavored green tea. Oh, must have had a few too many. Get out of here, you bum. So, like this. Ooh. Ooh, I think I'm gonna spew. Oh, jeez. I never noticed those. Is it new with the Pixel Remaster? Well, this song is good. I always loved it in the original, and now there's this. Oh, and I'm half German, half Polish, but I am living in Germany. Ah. That's cool. I feel like enemies around here don't take much physical damage. At all. So we probably want to use as much magic as possible. Is it just the doggos or everyone? Can you attack someone else? Nope, apparently not. Stole a tent? Neat. Flame tongue? Yeah, I'm not using flame things. Really? So I'm assuming you like Final Fantasy games? Or is it specifically this one game? Ooh, Metro Vest. Ah. Yeah, I grew up with Final Fantasy games. Yeah, after this we have to heal. Maybe I should say that this is gonna be on YouTube. So unless you want details like that to be on there, or unless you mind that. Wait, you can see the character through that? Oh, that's new. That is such an interesting change somehow. Yeah, definitely. Seriously. So, what I noticed about this game, that if you're using invisibility, any kind of invisibility spell, or I think there's only vanish, or you are hiding behind walls or something, you can't see the character through it, apparently. So that's kind of interesting to me. Really? Okay, we can go to the right. Yeah, this entire map thing is a bit OP. But yeah. I don't think there's anything we can even do here. And there was no item there, right? As far as I know. Thunder Blade. Well, we have all kinds of elemental things around here. So from here, you can go up here for an item. How many hours am I into the game? That's a good question. 8, 9 maybe? Oh no, they're gonna self-destruct all of them. That's painful. I can't runic self-destruct, right? When did Imp happen? I, of course, noticed and paid attention. Oh, we can't run around as an imp. Green cherry. Locke is blind again. Don't you hate when it happens? Yeah, the Onion Knights are weird. Golden Shield. Okay, what are you? Something that no one can equip. Okay. Solid gold. Is it just a good shield, or does it actually have something on it? Nah, just a good shield. Now, who gets it? Since Celeste is our healer, I feel like having more defense and magic defense for the healer might be good. Ah, you have two-handed. You have less magic defense. I'm wondering. Nah, it's fine. We can have better things here. It increased the magic as well. But still, elemental weapons I'm not a fan of in those kind of games. Dragoon boots. We are just mugging the Onion Knights. Seriously. Oh, and thanks for the follow. Normally there would be a notification, but since it's on YouTube, I kind of try to avoid those kind of things, you know? But imagine just a group of Onion Knights roaming around the magic facility, and we are just mugging them. Yes, we are straight up mugging them. That's how friendly we are, apparently. Uh-oh. And gassing them, yes. Okay, you do way too much damage. Okay, that did a lot. Oh, it's the doggos. Maybe I can just insta-kill them with that. How much damage? Not enough. Roaming as well for small knickknacks. Honestly, at first I read it as looking for snacks or something like that, and I really like that logic. Okay. Here we can have that defense. Or maybe this character who doesn't have any kind of magic defense. Yeah, definitely. Is there anything better we can do? How dare you, miss? Do you think the colors of Science attacks symbolize something? Or is it just to showcase that they can color the screen? I don't mean gameplay-wise, I just mean that he's the master of the elements or something like that. Because there is 4 different colors, each one kind of looking like one could be wind, one could be fire, one could be ice. I know they don't actually do anything, but is it always the same colors or is it random? I can't even think of any kind of lore about him that would fit with whatever he's doing there, with coloring the screen. Well, what kind of logic that even gives? Like, the flash makes so much sense that the screen goes white. But why does the screen go green and blue on Cyan? Logic, please. I know. But there could still maybe be a reason, you know? Like on every other attack in the entire game, the screen colors towards the element, for example. Yeah. They never did, indeed. Why Belzeq? Is that like Barbecue's lost brother? Why? Thanks, now I keep wondering about this kind of stuff all day. Ooh, we learned float. Cura. I didn't even notice that it's Cura and not normal cure. I kind of want to give that to... That was not actually a thing in the original. But at the same time, I kind of want those level up bonuses. For Kate Sif is magic +1 and this character is really good with magic, you know? Ice Brand, Zephyr Cloak. I thought there was something. Wasn't there? Just my imagination? Bioblaster. Is it just me? Or was there normally an item further down? Which it isn't anymore. I think they removed it, or there was nothing. Nice. Fall damage. Do I have to press A? Just imagine. I always try to stand at exactly on the spot where that Meditech appears. Imagine if you actually hit it correctly, that you could be on the Meditech instead. I am a god. I am all powerful. I collect more espers. I'll extract their magic. And then I revive the Warring Triad. Ooh. I've already drained all of your powers. You are useless to me now. Poor espers. You too, take a hike. One step? Really? Yeah, I always overlevel everywhere. And that's why right now I'm trying a playthrough where I'm not leveling. Except for... I'm not running away from anything. But I'm also not staying anywhere just to level up. Huh. So where did Kefka go? Actually, he could have gone on the lift on the right. Whoa. This is something they added in this game. They added a bucket of healing. So many places now. I think there's the third one or fourth one now. So we don't even need to use tents or anything. Octopath Traveler. I still want to play the first one of that. Talk to me? No? Oh, Ifrit! Mark. Oh no, we've seen Ifrit getting thrown out into the shaft and now we just mug him. Poor guy. We don't have ice, do we? Keep using Runic. I don't know if he's gonna do magic. But be prepared, you know? But yeah, we are the good guys. There's apparently nothing wrong with mugging people, apparently, you know? Just the usual. Just stay... I knew it! Maybe instead of Flurry we can use Fang. Maybe that goes through defense or something? Okay, that goes through defense. Better. Blizzara. Yeah, Blizzara usually does a lot of damage. Did we try mugging her yet? Well, too late now. Oh, what? I was wondering what is happening. Hitting with normal attacks seems to be impossible. And we are not blind. I sense a familiar strength. Who are you? You have Ramuh's power? Wait. We are... Espers. I can see why Ramuh entrusts you with his power. You can? When they finish draining us of our powers, they dump us down here to die. We haven't much time left. Gestal has captured many more of us. They are all here, being drained of their powers. I, too, suffered my turn in one of the capsules. We and Ramuh are siblings, each of us born with a different elemental power. If Ramuh was willing to give us his strength, then we shall do the same. Oh, I'm sure they will lend you their strength as well. Ifrit. Fever! Okay, what do they have? Strength 1 and nothing. Osmos? Ooh. I like that. Now we can have endless MP because we can steal MP from enemies. Okay, strength is for this character. Kirin. What does Kirin do? Nothing. Stamina. So we now have 2 Esperes which give nothing. Okay. Meh, may as well heal again. And save again. Another reason to not overlevel in this game, by the way. You've seen that those Espers give level up bonuses. And imagine being overleveled and you can only level 10 more levels with those Espers instead of having a lower level and then you can level 90 levels with those Espers where you get 90 stats instead of just 10. That is basically a big difference between leveling early or late in this game. But yeah. Well, I'm not referring to you, I'm referring to in general, that this game is just kind of built like that. Oh, no. What level are we? No! That is very mean. OMG. Well, I want characters to survive and get experience, you know, so... And now you die. That was really fun enemies. Just casual 700 damage. Destroyer. Doesn't that sound fun? Re-raise. As a counter-attack? And here, by the way. Interesting. Stone Blade. That is one of my favorite weapons in this game. A sword that may cast Break upon striking an enemy. Break is the Petrify spell in this game. I don't even know what the chance is for that to happen. I think it's very low, but still. Having a chance in the first place is always good. Oh, you are awfully pale. Number 024. Get marked. Do we use magic? Runic? How much damage do you take from physical blood sword? Oh no! 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 Game, please! That is just rude. It doesn't happen often, but it happens whenever you attack your friends. Seriously? Game, why? You. And you drill. I don't even know if he uses magic or not. Ooh, that looks fantastic. Also, a friend died. Ah, thanks for the good luck. And hey, how you been? Let's just attack. That's fine. No, that's you. Now you have a cure spell as well, just use it. I did want to use it with her. Maybe both can use it. That's fine. By the way, Barrier Change is one of those spells that, like in Final Fantasy III, there was a boss that you had to attack with a specific element. This is one of those bosses. But do we care? No. Not even a little. Okay. Ice Brand. We did get a blood sword. So that's interesting. Absorbs HP from its victims. So apparently you can have it. Oh well. Espers? Ooh. Whale and unicorn and... If you would be going based on the previous games, I feel like this here on the right is one of the only ones you would recognize. Maybe that one too. But there's only one Esper with a ruby on its forehead. You wish to help us, but we haven't long to live. We will follow Ifrit's example. Our power we entrust to you. What are you doing here? Over there, I mean. And have a nice lurk. And meow. Or have a nice nap. What are these? What indeed? So when Espers die, they can leave behind their sense of their powers. The power contained within these stones must be far greater than what we could ever hope to extract. Hundreds of times greater. Interesting. Espers! It's all mine. My new power. Professor Sid. General Celeste. Who are these shady characters? Your underlings? Underlings? No, you see, Is it true you infiltrated the group, the rebel group as a spy? Celeste? Ooh. Oh, I see. Magicite. Excellent work, Sid. General Celeste, we needn't keep up with the charade any longer. Bring me those magicite crystals. Celeste, you tricked us. Of course not. Please, trust me. I knew she was not to be trusted. Well, he did know. The sweet taste of betrayal. Oh, Celeste, that's so you. Locke, believe me. Now! Ooh, they're orange. Kill them all! Locke, Let me protect you for once, and maybe then you'll believe me. Celeste, what are you doing? Stop! I think that's the exit/warp spell. It has the same sound. Celeste. And meow. What happened? Uh-oh. Oh no, this is bad. That blast reversed the energy flux in the extraction chambers. We need to get out of here. Quick, over there. Over where? I don't understand the instructions. Am I supposed to follow you or run out? No. Just imagine. Oh, what have I done? There's no excuse for it, no matter how much Kafka may have threatened me. Draining the life energy from espers just to make people stronger. You've helped me come to a decision. I'm going to talk to the Emperor and make him realize how foolish this whole war is. Well, Sid is not actually bad despite doing that, you know? He did give the kid on the street the ability to use Cure. And Cure is not a bad spell. And another healing thing. There's a reason why I saved here, by the way. So the thing about this area, you cannot go back. Celeste. I've known her since she was a child. I doted on her as if she were my own daughter. But I also forced her to become a Magitech Knight. For all of my mistakes. Wait. Oh, that was the next text. If I ever get to see her again, I want to apologize for all of my mistakes. Oh no, it's Kafka. Go. Thank you for the hydrate. Okay, what are you? Oh, they died a bit fast. I wish I could steal from them. I like how this looks like. It's fantastic. Magna Rhoda. Yeah, we just one-shot everything. And that's the thing, we didn't even level up anywhere. We didn't stay to level up. We just rushed through the game, you know? And yet... this. Okay, I'm waiting with this character just so we can mark something for once. Lightning scroll? Don't care. So the big one gives lightning scroll. What about the small one? Oh no, this reminds me of the 90s movies where they had a phase where every movie had a sequence like that. Where the camera was just on rails like that. It was so weird. I don't even know, was it 90s or early 2000 or something? But so many movies have that. And the big one again. I didn't steal from the small one yet. So Lock is the only one with heal, which I should probably use, you know. Water Scroll. So the steal is Thunder Scroll and the drop is Water Scroll. Interesting. Uh-oh. Healing. Right now. Fire Blaster? So it's 3 targets. Uh-huh. That's not a lot of healing. I guess you are the main healer. Let's keep going. Oh, I could try stealing from it. I have to. I'm gonna mug you. Couldn't steal? Oh, no. Oh, one of the arms was still alive. I didn't even notice. Shockwave. That looked really cool. So I guess we are not stealing. I need to. Nah, not gonna happen. Oh no! Did we kill it? I hope not. Because I need experience for... Oh. Wait, bosses don't give experience, do they? I think not. Ah. Die. So we probably want to use a tent. Yes, just in the middle of escaping, just use a tent. Just sleep there for a while. And now... Chaser. Okay. We need to mug it. Why can you not steal from anything anymore? What is happening? Imp. Okay, die. Wow. Interesting fight. I didn't expect everything to survive that long. Well, not one enemy, the other ones just came back for some reason. Which I think they gave extra experience. You were taking too long. I got worried. Where's Celeste? We can talk about it later. Let's get out of here. I like how they added the light on the side of it. Crud, what a mess. Hehehe, you're not getting away from me. Oh. We'd better not overstay our welcome. Let's get out of here fast. That sounds like an excellent idea. But it seems we are rather in demand. Here they come. God, what are those mechanical monstrosities? I don't like the look of those things. Yep, same. Surrounded. Fire. Okay, so... let's mug it once again. Ooh! 3 birds, okay. Mugu Mugu! Okay. That is very dangerous. We don't have good healing. Mugu Mugu. Okay, you heal... Wait, how do I heal everyone if there's... Oh, there's a button. Okay. Because I usually press all the way to the left or to the right, but on surrounded that doesn't work. So apparently L2 is a thing. Oh, call the airship! While being on an airship. Just do it! So how does it work to call an airship while being on an airship? Unless it's like a miniature airship that we are summoning with it? Like a drone or something? Has to be. Right? Or he has 2. I'm worried about Terra. Let's head back to Zozo. Terra? Who's that? I explain everything on the way. About Terra, the Esperes, the Returners. Everyone's here. Terra. The Magicite. Father. I remember now. I was raised in the Esper world. The Esper world. And open the menu. Madwin, someone's trying to come through the gate. Okay. Anything special we can do here? Dragon! Good evening, Madwin! Oh, true, we have a map. Interesting. Is it your turn to watch the gate, Madwin? This is some nasty storm. Be careful, Madwin. So, this character is Madwin. What is he? I don't know. An Esper. There's an ominous air about this evening. Good evening, Madwin. Is that all of it? I think I went through every single one. Hey, pull yourself together. Wait, is this a... Leave her here. Return with her? Sure. She is still quite weak. She'll need to rest for a while. She is a human. She must have wandered in from the other side by other world by mistake. We ought to kill it right away. Humans and Esperus are incompatible. Hey, does anyone else say something about this? Everyone is worried. The barrier between our worlds must have weakened over the past millennium. Oh. You have any idea what you have done? Uh-huh. For centuries, no humans no humans have ever wandered into our world. Why has it happened now, after all these years? Yeah, why? But it sounds like it has happened before. Just not in a while. I heard there's a human girl in a village. Anything at home? No? Okay, I think I talked to everyone. Now let's go talk to the human. Was it here? Did I wake you? You are an Esper. What's that pendant around your neck? I give it to you. A charm from the Esper world. Okay, everyone is worried about the human and scared of this. And Madeline just gives the first thing that the human even wonders about. What is wrong with Madeline? The Esper world. So that's where I ended up. Everyone is at a loss as to how you, a human, could have made it into our world. You are the one who saved me, aren't you? My name is Madeline. I was sick of living in a human world. It's nothing but a pit of greed and hate. So I wandered out into the storm, and before I knew it, I was here. They say that humans and Espers can't coexist. Are you saying you don't want me here? No, I'm just not sure. I return to my own world tomorrow. Alright. Someone can show you the way back. Okay. Day 2. That human already left. I wonder if she'll be alright without a guide. That human girl went to the gate quite a while ago. If the humans learned of our powers and decided to try and make use of them, that would be a terrible thing indeed. And hey, I agree, this is sad. And the dragon still says the same thing. So even though the human hates being in that world, she has to go back because she has no place here. That's what this is about. Did I talk to everyone yet? Actually, no. There's still this here, those 2 houses. Or caves, I don't know. Everyone is worried. You still say the same. We ought to kill it right away. Okay. Imagine if this was a party member, because we can kind of press the menu button, just nothing happens. Oh, what are you? Titan? What's wrong, Madeline? I don't know. You tell me. If you don't want to go back to your world, you are welcome to stay here. Now, suddenly. But humans and Espers can't be together. How can we know for sure unless we try for ourselves? How can we know for sure? Unless we... Oh no. Try for ourselves. If humans and Esperes like each other very much... Oh no. I have chosen a name for her. What is it? Terra. It's beautiful, isn't it? 2 years later. Humans! The nexus between our worlds has opened again. This storm is just like the one 2 years ago. Misty, please. But this is different from the time Madeline came here. This one brings it with it an army that seeks our magical powers. OMG, we have a bunny baby. Is that an Esper too? Like half an Esper? Wait, who of us is an Esper now? This is no good. Retreat to the Elder's house. No! The fairy! Aha! I finally found it. After all that time spent decoding the secrets of those ancient texts. Now it's time to reap the rewards. Grab them. Riches to any man who captures an Esper. Go! Okay, maybe he is evil. He was always evil. Terra's alright. Okay. We have no choice. We must do the very thing we've been avoiding. You mean the magic barrier? I create a tempest to sweep all the invaders out of our realm. Then I'll seal the gate. Even among Espers, the power to create a magical seal is limited to a single bloodline. I am the last of that line. But at your age, I may not survive, and without me, you will never again be able to open the gate. Madeline. The other world holds nothing for me. Then it's decided. We have no other choice. It won't be long before the humans make it here. It's all because of that human woman. Nonsense. She could have led them here for all we know. Enough. But she is one of them. It'll only be a matter of time before she decides she wants our power. Oh no! Madeline took Terra and left. Oh no! Those Espers are really mean. Huh. Stupid dragon doesn't have anything new to say. And this one is... Did they steal this fairy here? Oh no, that was the fairy they pushed back to the gate. Well, that's not good. Where are you going? Madeline, she... Oh no, but it's already too late. I've begun activating the seal. You won't be able to return. I don't care. We are being pushed out. No, just when the ultimate treasure was within my grasp. Oh no. Madeline! Madeline! I'm nothing like them. I know. Thank you. Will you come back home with me? Yes, of course. Terra! Madeline! Madeline! A human woman? And a babe? Leave my daughter alone. Your daughter? Hmm. And she must be a product of human and... How fascinating. Mohaha. It looks like my dreams of building an empire may come true sooner than I had ever imagined. No! Quiet. Wow. This world will be mine to rule. Ha ha ha. Is that father's? So I'm the daughter of an Esper and a human. That's why I have these abilities. It should be okay now. I can control this power, as long as I only use it in short bursts. Gestalt already knew the secret of Esper's power back then. Those Espers in the research facility must have been the ones they grabbed that day. And Celeste's power came at the expense of one of them. The Empire won't get away with this. I'll hit that Empire with a blitz or two. Yes, do it. How are things in Narsh? Maybe we should head back and see. The airship's ready to go. Come on! Sounds good to me. You're gonna teach me how to fly? Oh, by all means, take the turn at the wheel. Let me teach you how to fly. Yes. Yes. Special techniques? Sure. L and R button. Okay. Left. And the L button. Speedy, about face, what? Take the wheel. Oh. So that's what we can do. Now we can go everywhere. Including... Did we go here yet? I feel like we... Oh no, that's the wrong place. I was thinking of... this here. Wait, what is the menu? The map, okay. So can we actually go backwards in here? Because normally... Okay. Now what is this? Miranda. Oh, that's the... A soldier was writing to Miranda all the time, right? Miranda used to be the most beautiful town on this continent. Then the Empire came along. Now look at it. These soldiers are out of control, and there's nothing we can do about it. How long do we have to put up with this? Welcome. Anything interesting? Do we only have 2 party members in our party? Actually, no. 3, but... Why are we missing Cyan? That's so weird. Any good? Could be. I don't know if they got unequipped. No, they didn't. It's not much better. I don't think it's worth it. How much money? 20,000. Should we just not buy things? Attack command to jump, okay. Oh, and thanks for the follow. My son was forced into the Imperial Army. Oh, I hope he comes home safe. Zen and Albrook were invaded by the Empire too. Aisha, my love. He won't stop asking me to marry him. Okay. Ready? I thought they would be good. Ooh, poison. Poison weapon I do like. Okay, let's see what they say. Fight, fight. Yeah, get him. How else are we supposed to have fun in a backwater town like this? My dog's the strongest. Why'd I have to get stuck guarding a town way out in the boondocks? I'll never get a promotion now. Hey, we can do anything we want in this town. Place your bets here. Yes, let me bet. No? He sent me the book he's been reading. I've been reading a little bit every night before bed. I'll treasure it forever. So is that her? The one he has been sending to. Especially since there's those pigeons around there. Like in the other town. Okay, what is this? Chocobo? What is this? Wait, we landed right here before... Yeah, I may have forgotten to go to this town we landed right next to last time. Oops. Anyone who opposes the will of the Empire will be strung up for treason. Albrook, the occupied city, port city. Now we have things. Could buy more remedies or something. Phoenix Downs. There's something important on the eastern edge of the continent. The Imperials built an observation post there and won't let anyone beyond it. We have to bribe the Imperial soldiers, or they won't let us do business here, in our own city. Defy us, and you'll regret it. I study monsters. The one on the continent seemed to be exceptionally vulnerable to magic. Oh, interesting. That's expensive. No. The only shop in the game with a radio. Actually, I think it's the top on our side, but still. Ooh, there's people. Shut up, can't you see I'm busy? I think I've had a bit too much to drink. Welcome. Wait. Too much to mink. Yep. Yeah, baby. Woohoo! Hey, you're not Imperial. Get out of here. You probably don't even have any money. I like the music. Sheesh, those soldiers think they own this place. This pub's pretty much an Imperial clubhouse these days. Okay, where are we now? Did I talk to this one yet? Was there anyone in the middle? Imperial capital, or Vector, is right at the center of this continent. So I'm assuming we could have gone here beforehand and not after the Magitech facility. The port's off limits. Shut up, can't you see I'm busy? This town belongs to the Empire. Treasure! Never mind. Do we want more than one? No one can even equip it, never mind. Emperor Gastal commissioned a painting from me. But what kind of painting should I do? Alright. What now? Well, the connection broke after all. It's not the router. Good to know. That is very annoying. Oh well. What now? Is it not returning at all? Interestingly enough, I think I lost my connection forever now. Nah, probably not. It's never been this long before. Look at that, there's a person. Ah, I think it's back. Uh-oh. Whew, don't scare people like that. But You were an Imperial trooper. Not too long ago, some people broke into the Magic Research Facility and raised a huge ruckus. They used the opportunity to sneak in and grab this glowing stone. For 3,000 gil, it's yours. Yes. Seraph? Ooh. Oh, we have a lot of new Espers. Something I didn't think about. So, is the connection back then? Yes. Ooh, rays. Phantom, Unicorn, Madeline. So we have 2 Espers with magic on it. And 2 Espers with HP on it. Yeah, we can do things now. Let's hope this is the only time that the connection breaks, otherwise very annoying. Okay, where is anyone? Well, here's everyone. Gao gets stronger on Veld. Yes. Okay, I kind of want to bring Gao. And make him stronger on the Veld. This is basically our party all the time. And then there's this one who is just so weak by now. Something like this. And yeah, the bot just said something. 1 second. There we go. So is that it? Done. I want to remove everything. Yeah. Okay, who do we have? Stone Blade. Blood Sword would be better, but no. I kind of want this character to have the gauntlet that this character has. You get a... Oh, that's not the one. Physical attack power, there we go. You get a gauntlet, and you get a hero ring. One defense. Good enough. And more magic? Yeah, let's have an all-rounder kind of character who can do everything, you know? Also, I mistakenly went for Blood Sword again. Earring, barrier ring. Can we have a second earring? May not be as important, but oh well. Magic evasion, huh? Agility. Okay, you get an Esper, which is magic? You get an Esper. Actually, since we are going on the Veld anyway, we might just give stuff like that. But this character needs what? I think this character needs magic as well. Do we have 3 Espers with magic on it? Just my imagination? Just my imagination. Okay, I feel like this character might need magic for the flash kind of skill. Might be a good idea. Okay, does everyone actually have a... It actually says what they get for that. That's fantastic. Take the wheel! There's still a few things that we can do. Including, I want to see what the soldier says by now. We've been there before, but meh. War has broken out. I got a letter saying that. So, I don't think anyone says anything new, do they? Could have sworn I saw a kid running along with a pack of monsters. Yeah, I wonder if it's this kid. But oh well. What is here anyway? We've entrenched within a crescent mountain in the southern tip of the continent. That bunny emote is cute. I think it might be my favorite. But yeah, safe to say, connection did not hold. So yeah, it was Miranda. And apparently her name is Lola. Nice waterfall. Wait, what is here? Oh, that's just Barren Falls, right? What about here? Wait, what? Why are we flying up instead of down? Was there whistling in the airship song? Oh, too bad. Even though it's his castle, but okay. Wait. There's a height difference between the characters. I never knew that. And here is the one house. Need anything? Not really. You've come to fix the door? Maybe. So the next goal is basically get more rages for Gao and then go to Nourish. That's all we have to do right now. This is very green. Very bright green. My eyes. They are dying. Ooh. What are you? Gimme. So every enemy that we fight while Gao is gone, we get as a rage. Only on the Welt, of course. Not everywhere. Would be kind of funny. Otherwise. Can we run away? Just imagine. Oh, wow, wow. I'm Gao. There is some specific monsters that I wanna fight here. And that's not them. But we also don't have those, so meh. Let's get as many as possible. Also, for defeating enemies in this area, we don't actually get experience. So don't worry about being overleveled while fighting on the Welt. Gao returns very quickly. The first time we sent him, he was gone for like 5 bites. Wait, the explanation for this area was that monsters are migrating to this area. But those were people! That was a person with its doggos. Ooh, plasma. That just one-shot me. Uh-oh. Well, that's not good. Wait. Are you silenced? Or what is happening here? Oh, it's an imp. Well, that's unexpected. So it was an imp Esper. Imagine that. Wrong target. Oh, wow. Alright. So we want to use a hand. That's very pink. And doggos I don't care about. We do get a lot of money for doing this anyway. So Chaser, I wanna see. What are you gonna use? Plasma! Okay, that's fine with me. See? Gao is awesome. Chicken? Also, Gao gets the status effects of the monster. So that previous one was flying. So Gao was flying now. Or floating, whatever. Destroyer. Interesting, interesting. But yeah, unless we find something really interesting, I think we are running out of monsters now. Uh-oh. I like how Edgar still looks like he's ready to attack. Just waiting for his turn, you know. Would be nice to actually see what those enemies even are. Run away? Oh, one thing I wonder about. Yep, it's still like that. This is, I believe, the only Final Fantasy game where not all characters run away at the same time, but it's one by one. Here, Jidon. They don't say anything new, do they? Ah, can I buy green cherries? No. How much money do we have? 30. Ooh, join in the bidding. Let's go. Okay, here's our next item for bid. Zona Seeker. Okay, I can't buy. Come on now, don't be shy. Here. Yay! That's all for today. We bought an Esper. What does it have? Magic 2. Well, I don't mind that. That's a really good Esper. Here, give me something new. Okay. Yes, give me. I want it, I want it, I want it. Buy it, Daddy. Please, pretty please. Here, 10,000. Give me the chocobo. 500,000. Okay. Have fun with your chocobo. The funny thing about this game though, even if you have enough money, you can't buy that one. No matter what. Dude! It doesn't even matter what I do. I know there's one more thing that we can get here. That we want to get here, that is. Angel ring? Huh. No, go away. No, go away. Interesting sound. Try again. Dude. Yeah, it is a very good game. Buy the bird. I'm trying. Yeah, they already have 3 chocobos now. And good morning, everyone. You did arrive to pretty much the end of Final Fantasy 6 though. Well, of today's Final Fantasy 6, that is. Emergency food supply? OMG. That's not something I thought about when thinking about chocobos. Well, it is rich people. They probably have their own cooks and stuff, you know? I don't know if it's the biggest one since it is a world full of monsters and stuff. Kentucky Fried Chocobo. Yes. Chocobo wings? There was 2 Espers here, right? Or am I mistaken? See? Just had to ask. This game though. Gimme. Okay. So we have Golem. Stamina 2. With Cura. Times 5. It's actually not bad. Oh well. Now we have all of it. Now all that is left is go to Nourish, but that's what we're gonna do next time though. It's been 2 hours of Final Fantasy 6. And that's how long I usually go. I know the stream might say something like half an hour, but that was because the connection apparently broke. Even though I thought that the new router would somehow fix something, but meh. What can we do? So that's super annoying right now. Oh wait, I wanted to save here. Yeah, I did save on that one spot in the Magitech facility where I wasn't sure if we are too low level or not. And at that spot you cannot go back to level up or anything, only forward. So I saved on a new thing, which was not needed, but yes. Anyway, I don't think we died even once today. I know in a while back. Well, it's not spoilers since we've been there already. An hour ago. And where was I? I forgot what I wanted to say. Anyway. Oh, true, I remember. So, we died twice in this entire game so far. One time was against tunnel armor because it one-shot us. Yes, one-shot. And once was against... I don't remember. Ah, it was Bannon got one shot by the meteors on the raft. So that was fun. Bannon had like 190 HP and the meteors did like 250 and just one shot. Yeah, it's the bird thingies there, the dinosaurs. And every music in Final Fantasy VI is good. Or at least most. Like 90% of it. Anyway. For those who watch on YouTube, see you all in the next episode of Final Fantasy VI Pixel Remaster. Meow.